Okay, the last slide we're going to do for this relationship is the equation. Okay, we have a statement, we have a graph, we have a data table. Now I want to see if you can come up with an equation that kind of represents the relationship in your problem. Okay, so you want to think about the relationship between the y values and the x values of your relationship. And I'm going to look at the table. I think that's the easiest way, at least for now, probably for you guys, is to look at your table and then know that in this kind of relationship, the y values should always equal a certain number times the x values added to a certain number. And there's a simple way to do it. I just want to see if you can kind of come up with what happens on your own. So we want to write an equation that shows the y values, lost my pointer, the y values are always equal to some number according to your particular relationship, some number times the x value plus another number. And before you do this, let's go ahead and write in your labels. Okay, your y-axis label. Okay, if you need to go back maybe to the data table for just a second, your y-axis label is the one on the right. It's chips. And the x-axis label, we'll need that in a second, is seconds. So for my y-axis label, I'm going to write chips. And for my x-axis label, I'm going to write seconds. Well, I'd probably type that in first. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my data table and see if I can figure out the pattern. So I just have this on a write it. Okay, I have my data table. I want to try to think about the y value is always equal to some number times the x value plus another number. So let's just start looking at some of these. So here's my 0 and 30. My 30 is 0. My 30 is my y value. My x value is 0. So 30 is equal to some number times 0 plus another number. So you see what I'm doing is I'm just taking this general idea, this general relationship, and I'm replacing y with my y value of 30 and my x with my x value of 0. Let's look at another one. It works for all of them, but let's just look at a couple. 32 is my y value. So 32 must equal to some number times my x value of 1 plus something. Let's look at a third one. My 34, my y value of 34 must equal a certain number times the x value that goes along with 34, which is 2, plus something. See, we just want to find a number, two numbers, that are always the same numbers, that will make each of these relationships true. My big old hint here. It's the main numbers you've been working with in the last two slides. It's the last two numbers you've been working with. Let me just show you. If I take the amount I started with, okay, in my problem, that was 30. And I put it at the end. And then I take the number that I changed from there. Okay, mine was the extra 2 chips a minute. I'm going to put that 2 in my middle spot. Look what happens here. 30 is equal to 2 times 0 plus 30. Okay, what's 2 times 0? 0. So 30 is equal to 0 plus 30. See, that's true. Let's put 2 in the middle and 30 at the end again. Okay, 32 is equal to 2 times 1. Okay, 2 times 1 is 2 plus 30. 32 is equal to 2 plus 30. See, that works. It works for all of these. The last one we wrote down. 34 is equal to 2 times 2, 4, plus 30. 4 plus 30 is 34. Okay, so my equation, the relationship that is always working out in this as an equation, y is always equal to 2 times the x value plus the 30. Okay, so see if you can figure out which numbers would work in your particular situation. Okay, the numbers that you could put into the equation that will show the relationship for every set of numbers. Okay, so I want to go back to my screen. So in my problem, my y values, my chips, will always equal 2 times the x values plus the 30. Okay, just do your best on this. Okay, I know this is going to be hazy. I'm expecting it to be hazy. Just do what you can, but see if you can figure out which numbers will make this work. Do the best you can. Let me know if you have questions. I am here to help you.